Our company has been involved for over 30 years in the design and manufacture of test equipment for the power industries. During that time, we've worked closely with utilities in understanding their problems, so we know the correct operation of circuit breakers is critical to them. A slow tripping circuit breaker will not only result in unnecessary disruptions to electricity supplies, but maintaining high fault currents for extended durations can stress the network and cause damage to plant and equipment. It is well known that often the problem that caused a slow trip is temporarily cleared during that first trip operation, so capturing that first trip is vital. It is the only reliable method of telling how the circuit breaker will operate under real fault conditions. As a consequence, a technique called trip coil profiling was developed as a condition monitoring technique to allow the user to test the breaker while energized, thereby capturing that vital first trip. This very simple and efficient test helps to easily pinpoint any potential problems within either the trip coil or circuit breaker main operating mechanism. Due to its simplicity and powerful condition assessment capability, profile testing of breakers can result in real network performance improvements as well as significant savings in maintenance costs. But now let us hear from a utility expert who will tell you why profiling has been an invaluable tool for them. Can you describe how critical it is that a circuit breaker operates correctly?
We rely on accurate and effective operation of circuit breakers. Where a circuit breaker doesn't trip in a prescribed time, we risk losing customers. We risk taking off more customers for a given fault than otherwise we would. But more importantly than that, it's also safety critical. If a circuit breaker doesn't operate effectively, we put the public or potentially our own employees at risk.
How long have you been first trip profiling circuit breakers and what have the benefits been?
Well, within Northern Ireland Electricity, we've been using trip coil profiling for over 20 years. And in that time, we've learned that profiling can give us an end-to-end assessment of the health of a circuit breaker tripping mechanism. Right through from the DC circuitry, through the trip coil itself, into the mechanism, and finally through auxiliaries and into the primary components. Some of the things that we found in that time would be, for example, trip coil misalignment, trip coil poor lubrication, stiction problems in the mechanism itself. And the trip coil profile approach allows us to find all these things.
How does first trip profiling align with your maintenance strategy?
Profile approach is very much a condition-based technique, and that's where it fits into our overall objectives.
How can first trip profiling reduce operational costs?
We have adopted a cost-risk optimization approach to defining our maintenance cycles. Using trip coil profiling has allowed us, through CRO, to stretch our primary maintenance cycles in circuit breakers somewhat because we now have a non-invasive test that can be carried out easily mid-cycle. We now see the opportunity to reduce an outage where we require 2 men for a day with earthing and safety paperwork to a simple non-invasive test through profiling.